And here we go, we've got our first vessel of the day coming in on approach. So the crew's trying to eyeball it up and figure out which dock they're going to go on. But it's been an interesting start so far, as the first two boats we've seen come in as we were trying to set up, we're trying to do the same thing they are, which is going for a port side dock, and they were absolutely struggling. It doesn't look crazy, but the current is ripping pretty good today as they roll through here. So let's see how they do. The Sea Fox is going to make its way in, port side. Cap tries to turn it in, and you can see right here, same thing, just drifting away. Now, his buddy's in the bow. If he had a line, I can't tell if he's got a line in hand, but he could have went for the toss. It's not that difficult down here because you've got the poles. So you really just got to get close. A whole lot easier than trying to catch a cleat. But they're going to have to back out on that first attempt. Try and line this one up again. I got a feeling it's going to be an interesting day with this. As I mentioned earlier, the first two boats we saw had the same struggles. But welcome back, crew, to the greatest show on earth, and that is the Miami Boat Ramps channel. I'm your host, Broncos Guru, and today we are down here visiting Point Marina. So, Cap comes in for attempt number 2. He's either going to have to power that bow in. He's trying to get alongside. His buddy does go for the toss on that one, but winds up missing. And I think Cap's still in gear. He's trying to push off as the boat's backing up on him. And that bow's going away as the stern comes in on the dock. But, I mean, kill the motor. Get off. Oh, I wish he had a line. If he had a line, I'd say tie that stern off. And, yeah, this is a risky one here. Now he's on the back of the boat. I can't, he's got to be in gear, right? He is. He's in gear. So I don't know what they were doing here. As they're going to miss again. Oh, careful. So Cap's getting a little throttle happy as he starts to get a little anxious. And he's going to have to swing it back around one more time. But, man, I don't know. They should have been able to get on that one. If he would have put the boat into neutral, I think. If they could have gotten a line on somewhere, they could have worked with it. But instead, Cap was trying to push off the back, so the boat was kind of colliding with the dock a little bit with it being in gear. And his buddy was too far off to try and get a line over, which I don't think would have been a good thing anyway. In gear, if he'd have got the bow pull back around, it would have pulled him off the dock again as well. So here we go, lining up for attempt number 3. At what point in time do you give up and go for the starboard side dock? It's obvious already that that's the way the current's rolling. And that's what you should want to do. But Cap seems bound and determined he's going to land this port side. So they back out one more time as Cap doesn't like the angle they're coming in on, I guess. And he's going to back all the way out. What in the world? Maybe we're switching docks finally. And they're going to go with the port side. So interesting to see exactly what they decide to do here as Cap's backed all the way out, and they're going to try and line it up again and get it brought over. So here we go, making their way in. But it appears there is a dock they could go on from the starboard side. Nope, we're going to pass it. That one just confuses me. I don't know why he wouldn't do that. So, gonna turn in again. I can tell already he's gonna miss again. He's gonna have to get that bow around. So there we go. His buddy goes for the long distance toss on that one. I think he got it around. I can't quite tell, but it looked like it from here that he might have got it on. And it looks like it. I mean, a Cap, I don't see... Is he in gear again? Maybe not. I thought for sure he hit that. I can't... Sometimes the angles are a little rough down here to see it. And they're backing off one more time, so I'm assuming... I thought he got it over there. Either he pulled it off, or he didn't get it. So, turning back in one more time, Cap, you're really going to have to come in hard on this one. If you want to get over there, you're going to have to point that bow at the dock, go hard in on it, and make your turn last second, or let your buddy get off and walk the boat up. So here we go. And another toss. And this time, it looks like there's some tension on the line. So it looks like after several attempts, they finally have gotten it over. But let me know in the comments, why do you think they didn't go for one of the starboard side docks? That just seems like it would have been way easier than fighting the good fight that they were fighting here, trying to get over, battling that current. So here we go again. Somebody coming in right behind the Sea Fox we just saw with the same battle. They're trying to get the port side over. He just doesn't want to go. And as you can see, they are drifting to the right. So Cap's backing up. They need a line out, though. He needs one of these guys that's at the mid there to grab a line and go for a toss on the pole to try and get him pulled over. But that just does not appear to be in their agenda. So Cap's going to back out again. He's turning the wheel around to try and get the bow to point toward the dock. But again, how long do you do this before you realize it's just easier to try and grab something on the starboard side? So now he's got to be cautious because now he's drifting to the starboard side. He's drifting over to the boat on the other dock. As they back out again. But you can see the way the engines are turning. He's coming straight back. I mean, it really is moving pretty good. So it starts to turn again. And man, he's really drifting toward the boat. Maybe they've changed their plan and they are going to go for the starboard side dock. Well, they're going to cut in front of this other boat. So this guy's already left to go get his trailer. I'm curious how that's going to go when he comes back down here and finds out he's been dock blocked by another boat that's going to wind up docking in front of him. And it's funny because he did the right thing. He left his boat far enough back that in case somebody wanted to launch while he was gone, they could. But it would have had the same result. It would have had a boat in front of him. But this is definitely the easier plan as this crew quickly gets the boat on, as they're going to let the current do the work and push the boat into the dock. So this is what I was waiting for. Here comes our guy back with the trailer, but I'm not sure what he's doing because he looks like he's trying to back it up right where the other boat is, which is just not going to work now. But yeah, the red truck you see here, a red SUV, is trying to back this trailer up. They were going to pick the red jet boat up. But he got snaked by the other people cutting in front of him. He's probably better off just to go on the other dock now. So there's nobody over at the other dock. That's probably what I would do here, is just move it over there. Because right here, putting it... Yeah, like, you can see the guy over here kind of pushing him over. Like, he pointed his hands to go to the other side. And he's telling him to go to the other dock. But, I mean, that's where we're at now. They've got it tied up. You're blocked, bro, so you might as well move over there. Yeah, he's trying to... The guy in the dock's telling him, hey, go over there. Which, I mean, I guess is fine. But if you were going to try and walk it on as a solo... That's not going to really work now unless you want to move over to the other dock. Because a lot of times that's what will happen with these guys. If you're just solo by yourself, I'll just try walking this thing on versus getting in and starting it because I don't have anybody to guide me. So he goes for the turn in. It's a little sharp there. Has to kind of bring it back around. But he's going to move to the other dock. Let me know in the comments, what would you guys have done in this situation? You come back, somebody's already blocked you. I mean, it's part of the game down here at the ramp. I'm not blaming anybody because these guys were struggling. But now, our solo guy, because the guy in this truck's by himself, has to fight the current that this crew couldn't fight with 3 people in the boat to get his boat over there and get it on the trailer. Little tough. So here we go. Our guy, he didn't back the trailer in very deep. Maybe that was on purpose so it can engage early and really stick to the trailer. I just feel like he's really shallow. He's going to be running this one up hard. But let's see how he does battling the current compared to everybody else who's really struggled over here. And he starts to make the turn. And there we go. Kind of gets it lined up. So this is the other boat that snaked him. The guy came from that boat to come over and give him a hand. At least that part's kind. I always get nervous about this, though, when you're helping other people with their boats, especially if you don't know them. If something goes wrong, man, I'm going to feel absolutely horrible if I'm working on something and a strap breaks or something stupid like that. So next crew coming in after a beautiful day out there on the water, probably enjoying the sandbar a little bit as he stands up in the bow. Oh, we almost had a guy go down. Somebody had a little too much fun out there at the sandbar, to be honest, as our guy winds up slipping on the bow as they try and get it over. And there we go. He winds up stepping off, fortunately. I thought for a minute when I saw him start to stumble to the side, I thought for sure we were getting our first swimmer of the day. But he gets the bow rail, or excuse me, the bow line up there set, and they now have the stern line as well. So this crew's trying to pull out with the red top. The white truck in front of him is trying to get his trailer down. Kind of has him blocked. Oh, careful. They're coming around hard on that one. So you can see here, they're trying to pull out. The guy up there to the left of the truck is like, bro, move so we can get out. Now they're honking the horn at him. Oh, they're going to cut it close on this one, trying to get over here. They might make it. Trying to see if they're going to have to pull the trailer up over the ramp a little bit, or excuse me, over like the corner lip there on the dock. It's super, super tight. Just a little bit, but it's fine. They get it up there. And I guess now he's got room to work. But he was struggling just trying to get it back around over here, and the struggles continue. Why are you spinning tires, bro? I think he's trying to rush now, but there's no need to rush. There's nobody really coming behind him. I would just more take my time, taking it easy. Whoop, nope. A little heavy on the old Boynton wobble action as he's going back and forth to try and get it in. But man, that one is not going to work. So now there's trucks cutting in front of him. Bro, if you know what's good for you, you will cut in front of him and go. Because if you wait on him, you might be waiting a while. There you go. I don't know. He hung his head out the window. I don't know if there's a little arguing going on there or what. So here we go. Trying again. Why are we so erratic and trying to do it so fast? I understand wanting to get this done quickly down at the ramp, but don't rush. No. He's gonna hit the dock. Ugh. Bro, what are you doing? Oh my God. Spinning the tires. What is going on here? Is this the guy we almost saw fall off the boat? I didn't see who was in the truck. Oh my God, he's got it so deep. What in the world? This doesn't feel right still. I think so. I think this was the guy that almost fell off the bow of the boat. So that might explain some of this a little bit. So after a couple more attempts, they didn't like where they were sitting. They finally kind of have the trailer straight. And somebody's jumped into the driver's seat of the boat and looks like he's going to try and put it on. So you can see the smoke show as it starts up. I think the trailer's too deep though. Yep, the whole trailer's sliding because it's floating. That's not going to work at all. And it's because the trailer's too deep. That means the boat's not engaging the trailer all the way to the ground. So they just had it back down way too far. And they're going to have to back off and try and get this one set up again. It's always interesting to see these trailers floating. happens down here more often than you think. But again, if the trailer was at the right spot, the second he tried driving the boat on, it should have added weight onto the bunks and pushed it down onto the ramp. And that is just not the case. So he brings it back over to the dock. The trailer's all sideways now. We're probably going to have to... Well, it looks like our guy's trying to push it back. I would probably just walk this one on, boys. If you can get it pushed all the way over, I would say it's time to give this one up. You guys struggled enough getting this back down here, and now we're struggling to get it on. But you can see how far the trailer is over, and it's still floating because you can see it's kind of like wobbling where the guide poles are. But there you go. He's pushing it back. They can get it in front of the boat. I would say you just push it on and winch it on. So it looks like he's doing something. I can't tell if he's undoing the line or he's trying to toss the line to the guy over there at the center. But the boys are going to have to pull this one back. So there we go. Yeah, tossing the line up. We're going to try and walk her on now, which is definitely the best game plan for this crew, as they've had a rough go of it, trying to get this one back here. And here we go. We've got our next crew making their approach onto the dock, and Cap's got her lined up. We got a couple fenders out, somebody on the stern, somebody on the bow. I mean, they look kind of ready. And to top it all off, they're going for the starboard side dock. It's like the trifecta of perfection here. Let's see if it goes that way. I don't like her on the rear deck, but Cap's taking it easy, and the other girl's up in the bow as well. And there we go. Again, kind of making it look easy today compared to many of the other people we've seen. But it also helps when you're ready. So, I mean, they have two lines out, two people, one on each line. Cap takes it slow and easy, figures out which way the current wind's blowing, and allows that to do its thing. Oh, she tossed the line. Okay, there we go. I couldn't tell if she missed and it was in the water or it stayed on the dock, but it looks like she's good to go. As they get this one pulled over, and this crew should be done. So, gonna battle for that portside dock. As we've seen earlier, it has been a struggle for almost everybody all day. So at least he's got somebody with a line up in the bow, and somebody looks like at the stern with a line as well, so they just got to get close enough. If he gets close enough, somebody should be able to go for the toss on this one and get him pulled over.
Boat ramps. Yes, sir.
So...
All right. Good to know. It's good to know. Not really, man. Have a good one.
Uh-oh. Nope. Back in reverse. Backing out. They're going to wind up missing here on the first run. And Cap's going to have to reset this one up and try it again. So, got to back out because they're heading toward another boat that's on the other dock over there. I think Cap thought maybe they were going to move it far enough forward where he could get on, but no, they just stopped back there like, nah. But it's the same thing when they start moving forward, then they don't have enough room to get the trailer in. It becomes a little bit of a mess. As we saw earlier where our guy got dock blocked as he was trying to do it. So Cap's going to go around, make the full U-turn. And actually coming from this side might be a little easier, so you can go heavy bow toward the dock. And then when you're doing that, be able to try and bring this thing back. So there... Oh, is he getting dock snaked? It looks like it. Another boat came in as he was making his U-turn, and I think they're trying to take the dock he was trying to go after. And they did. They lost their dock during that time period. Well, it's interesting because the guy over here is having the same troubles they are. Trying to get his boat over onto it. But now they're stuck waiting. Well, unless he can't get on and they can try and sneak their way back in. Now, let me know in the comments, would you have said something here? Honk the horn? done something. Like, I mean, I guess you missed the first attempt, come back, but I mean, these guys have missed twice now. I mean, right here, maybe you could have just snaked your way in and tried to steal it back. But you can tell how tough it is right here because he can't seem to get it over. So kind of gets alongside, and there we go. Get somebody off the line on the bow, but here goes the stern, kicking all the way out on him, and they're going to get vertical in between the two docks here. As now they've got to figure out a way to get that stern back around. So, I mean, at least they're on, I guess, but that definitely didn't go according to plan over there. As the crew in front of them is pulling out. So maybe they can go in front of them or behind them? I don't know if he can get around them, though, now that he's sitting here vertical on the dock like this. So they got to find a way to try and get this one walked up, either putting a line on the mid-cleat of the stern and getting it up to the dock, or tying this off at the bow and powering it with the engine. So it looks like we're going to mess with the lines to try and see if we can use the lines to get it pulled over. So now our crew here, it looks like they could sneak in on the dock to the right of them for a starboard side dock if they wanted to try, if he'll get himself organized where he's not taking up both lanes over here. So Cat backs out again as he waits on them to try and get theirs pulled over. So he can try and bring this one back in, but it's just interesting that they came in and they had to know they were sealing the dock. They watched these guys go at it as they were coming up the channel and then pull off, and they just moved right in when he went for the wide U-turn like that. All right, let's go, Cap. Let's see what you got. So here we go. Cap's coming back in again. Trying to see if he's going to switch. Go for the easier layup on the starboard side this time. Kind of looks like that. As long as he gets the line right, they don't get pushed past the dock. And there we go. Make it look smooth and easy. A whole lot smoother and easier than it was going to be going to the other side, as we've seen everybody struggle over there today. But the crew, they don't got any lines in hand, so they're having to pull it over. But they should be good to go from here. And our crew up here is stuck, so they've got a couple people on the back of the truck trying to jump to get a little grip. But so far it's not working as they're trying to get this boat out. So they back up again to try and get a little bit of a running start. Somebody's whistling. They're all looking over there thinking they're whistling at them. And no, tire's breaking free, letting go. And she's not going on that one either. So backing it up, you almost want to back up just enough to get a little pressure off the trailer. Let the boat float for a second so you can get a little bit more of a running start. And that attempt's not going to get them there either. So one more go. This time giving some heavy jumps trying to get it up there. And they're kind of right there on the edge. Just a few more inches and they would have been over the hump probably. And there we go. He's not going to back down this time. Going to keep it there. Kind of keep bouncing, trying to get it up. And there we go. She winds up catching, and they wind up getting it pulled over the hump. Good job, boys. My man's coming in a little bit hot here, but at least he's coming in on the starboard side. Brake checks it, and it actually looks pretty smooth in the end. I thought he was coming in a little fast. You can tell the wind was kind of pushing behind him as well and into the dock, so I wasn't sure if he's going to be able to brake check it up fast enough. But one quick brake check brings him right alongside pretty easy. And so Cap's trying to get close. He's got his buddy up in the bow with the line and goes for the toss. Misses on the first one, gets the handoff. And now he's going to try climbing over the bow rail. Careful. And they get the step off onto the dock. Oh, careful! Oh, they wind up hitting the dock. Everybody in the boat just bounces forward as soon as he hits. Oh, man. The bow pulpit up front wound up smacking one of the poles. Everybody almost fell over when he hit it. They hit it so hard. They got lucky there. So another one stuck. We can hear the tires spinning as the sun is starting to go down. And everybody's trying to get these boats pulled and get out of here. But there we go. Give her a little hell. Tires getting it, and they will get over the hump. And this crew will be able to get out of here. And speaking of getting out of here, we're going to go ahead and get out of here as well. Thanks for watching, crew. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Miami Boat Ramps. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of amazing things down at the inlets. My channel, Broncos Guru, do some great comedy boating videos over there as well. And of course, we got Boats vs. Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.